So online students, can you hear my voice? Right. Right, Andy. Look here at any cost. So in the process of introducing advanced Java, anyway, pre-requirement for advanced means 20 to 40% knowledge of core Java, knowing variables and methods, basically. No need to have a command over blocks and constructors here, part of advanced. Only the student must be in position to identify variables and methods, basically. After that, you must know interfaces generally. So interfaces also not mandatory to start one advance. If you have little bit knowledge while I'm speaking, you can grasp that knowledge. You can come forward. So in that process, I'm starting like this. Everybody knows core Java part 1. We write like this for summary anyway. Part 2, we call it as advanced. These two parts are mandatory to make a journey in remaining two parts, Spring and web service. Next part is Spring and web service. Before student going for Spring and web service, you must know core Java and advanced Java. These are like LKG, UKG. They are. So these two knowledges are mandatory for a student, part of Java development anyway. Core Java concentrates on alphabets, you know. Core Java concentrates on concepts. Core Java concentrates on features, object-oriented features. And part of core Java, you'll be trained with exception handling, references, inheritance, and so on. So majorly, alphabet training is available in core. Concepts training is available in core. Features training is available in core. A new student can enter into core Java and train himself how to write some programs. That is core Java. Some programs, not complete knowledge also, little bit small knowledge is there also. He can enter into advanced. Whenever you are entering into advanced now, whatever the knowledge is gained from core Java, we are going to apply here. What is the knowledge gained from core Java? We are going to apply here. Because of this reason, advanced Java concentrates on application development majorly. Advanced Java concentrates on application development. So our course starts with definition of application. Start it. Define application. Define application. Our course starts with one definition here. Define application. Set of programs. Set of programs collected together to perform defined action. Set of programs collected together to perform defined action is known as application. Is known as application. Set of programs collected together to perform defined action is known as application generally. So we draw an application format in your core Java books normally. So I'm repeating that like this. If we take one application, sir, I'm taking one application anyway. User app, one application. The same thing we draw in core somewhere. The reason we give this application will full-fledged coding will be given to you. User app, one application. The application contains some programs, user registration, user login. Whenever you want, you can see the profile. Whenever you want, you can edit the profile. Whenever you want, you can log out. So, user registration, one program. User registration, one program. User login, one program. User logout, one program. In between this login to logout, if you want, you can see view profile. Whenever you want to see your profile, you can see it. Whenever you want to edit it, you can edit it. View profile, edit profile, like this. Now, if we say user app is one application, the application is a set of programs. So how many programs available in this application means 5 programs: registration, login, view profile, edit profile, and logout. Set of programs collected together to perform one defined action. We call it as application. That is the definition. Already you know how to write programs from core Java. Here we collect all these programs to do some action. Advanced. Generally in advanced Java, syllabus clarity will be there, and advanced Java interesting will be there because application development is available. In core Java, drawback is we learn constructor, we learn exception handle, we learn collection framework, we never apply them. So where they are using also we don't know. But here for everything application is there. Here we can understand where that exception handling is applied, where that references concept is applied, where that inheritance concept is applied. Like this, you can see the application areas in advanced. So advanced looks more clear. Advanced is very easy than core Java because application is available in the advanced Java. So we are here for application development. So this is the diagram of application. So who are maintaining a notes, draw it and keep it. Application, because this I am going to develop in the code form and give to you. Registration, login, view profile, edit profile, logout. Sir, application means many applications will be there. Standalone application, web application, enterprise distributed applications, mobile applications, like this categories will be there. That categories we are not writing in your starting stage. In the middle, when the servlet programmer comes, we write it. For today, sir, what kind of application development available in advance? Make it. Define web application. Define web applications. Define web applications. The applications which are executed in web environment. Web environment or internet environment. The applications which are executed in web environment or internet environment are known as web applications or WAR, or you can say internet applications. Internet applications, you can say web applications or internet applications. We use the following technologies. We use the following technologies to construct web applications. We use the following technologies to construct web applications: JDBC, Servlet, and JSP. Underline the term technologies once. We use the following technologies to construct web applications: JDBC, Servlet, and JSP. That three units for us in advanced. JDBC unit number 1, Servlet unit number 2, JSP unit number 3. So 3 units are available. Only 3 units. Like core Java, confusion not there. Variable, method, block, constructor, return type, confusion will be there. Because core Java, very biggest syllabus is core Java. It will not be ended. The student will be relaxed. Sir, when it will be ended, vexed. Student will get an vex. Generally in core Java, they'll get a vex. Sir, I started somewhere, it is going on. When it ended, I don't have a clarity. There's a drawback of core. Core is a language partner. They keep all the things. So all are available in core. They touches everything. They have to touch the network. They have to touch the file. They have to touch the package. They have to touch the collection. They have to touch the sort. So everything to be touched, because it is the biggest syllabus is core Java. So remaining all will not be that much of confusion not there. We had only 3 units: JDBC, Servlet, and JSP. Using these 3, we are here to develop web application. That's all. Total information to you who are sitting in this room. We are here for advanced to develop application. Application means grouping the programs to do one action. That is, we are calling it as application. In the background, whatever the knowledge I gained from core Java, I'll apply here. So methods I learned, I'll apply here. Variables I learned, I'll apply here. Return type, non-return type, with parameter, without parameter, whatever the concept I learned there, I'll apply here. So two-way meaning is there. Core Java student will come here to apply to develop applications. So what type of applications means web applications. So what is web application means running in web environment or internet environment. We call it as web application. To develop that web application, what is needed means 3 technologies are needed. That is JDBC, Servlet, and JSP. So like this, finally. Now, sir, whenever I joined my core Java, you asked me to go to HTML. Sir, you asked me to go to Oracle. whenever I join this course, Core Java, if anybody has a time, we only will say, go to Oracle, go to HTML, we say generally. So Oracle comes under one database. Oracle comes under one database. Sir, I joined Oracle. I am in the middle of Oracle. Some students, sir, I completed Oracle. Some students, sir, I am about to start Oracle because some knowledge available from my graduation. So I felt myself, I know Oracle. So I about to start Oracle because of time. Some people are there. Some people are in the middle of Oracle. Some people completed Oracle. Whatever it may be, it is one database. So this is one web browser. Here, one web browser. Where in the internet world, our web browsers are supporting clients or users. Web browsers will support our client or user to interact with our application. So I must know, sir, what is happening on the web browser. So we asked the students to go with UI technologies. UI stands for what now? User interface technologies. We asked the students to go with HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Who completed JavaScript, they'll go for Angular. After that, Bootstrap. Based on the requirement, they go with Bootstrap. That is UI. So whenever I joined my core Java, you only said go to HTML, CSS, somewhere I went. That is browser side. I gone for Oracle, that is some storage side. Both are different, no? Right? Okay. From core Java, what you learned now? Sir, if I am coming from C language is structured programming style. One main will be there. Inside the main, everything I'll write it. Whenever I want to take object oriented, I must take C++. But nowadays C++ is not available in the market. So I'm not looking into C++, but I want object oriented. Then the people are looking into object oriented programming languages like Java, core Java, you are looking, Python you are looking, .NET you are looking, they are object oriented flavors. So you are sitting in advanced Java means you are Java flavored. So you are looking into core Java. Whenever you are looking into core Java, their object oriented flavor. One main class will be there, one subclass will be there. The subclass object created in the main class. I'm interacting with the members of subclass by using that object. That's a practice I done, sir. That is object flavor practice. There are any number of subclasses I can take it. So finally, I know how to write object oriented code. And after learning that flavor, today you came here with the knowledge of Oracle, with the knowledge of HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Maybe small knowledges you came here. And finally, you are here to develop one web application. You are here to develop one web application. I am here to develop one web application. So whenever you want to construct that web application, just now I said, 3 are mandatory. One is JDBC, one is Servlet, one is JSP. So JDBC will be here. JDBC, part of this web application, JDBC. JDBC stands for Java Database Connectivity. JDBC is supporting this Java developer how to connect that database product. After connecting database product, it will support me to run some queries and collect some result. So run some queries, collect some result. Through Java program, JDBC will support me to run the queries. What queries are? Create query, insert query, select, retrieve query, update, delete. 5 queries. Sir, I must know how to run these queries from Java program, because whenever I go to Oracle Trainer, he opens some SQL command line. He create a table inside, I done it. When I come to core Java, here, open command prompt, open Eclipse, I'm running a Java program. Whenever I go to HTML class, they are opening web browser and running. Sir, all are different. So I am a full stack Java developer, if not Java developer. I am a Java developer or full stack Java developer. I am a Java developer. Java developer will write Java programs. That Java program should run the queries. That only concept. For that, we take the support of JDBC. JDBC will support you to interact with database product. But our web applications means login form, registration form, something. The forms will be running in web browser, no? Right? The forms will be running from web browser. Through web browser, the request will come now. Through the web browser, the request will come. The request will come from the web browser. What kind of request? HTTP request. Sir, why it is HTTP request? Sir, web browser has one address bar. The address bar by default running on one protocol, HTTP protocol, hypertext transfer protocol. It is the rule behind your network. So it is a HTTP request. Somebody has to accept this request. Who is that somebody? Means a servlet. So your servlet will support to take that request. That's a concept. Servlet means a server program. Indirectly, the servlet program duty is to accept the request. After accepting the request, servlet will check the request, what you want. So in that request, some requirement will be there. No, I want this, I want this. Some information is available. Based on that, I must give a response. I must give a response. If I want to give the response, servlet will say that JSP, you provide the response. JSP, you provide the response. I took the request. Based on the request, I'll give the information to you. What response to be given, you have to give a response. Because of this reason, Java server page. Java server page means the page generated from the server. The page generated from the server, as in response, we call it as JSP. Now the JSP is under the control of servlet, because servlet is taking the request and asking the JSP for the response. But after taking the request, in that request, my user asked, roughly I'm speaking every time, my user asked, I want to see all the train details from Secunderabad to Tirupati on date of journey April 15th. I want to see how many trains are available in between Secunderabad to Tirupati on date of journey April 15th. Now I must run the query, no? Select a star from train where train number is equal to ... some conditions. Your Oracle trainer trained or not now. Based on that, you are running one query. Means what now? Sir, the JDBC layer will be controlled by the servlet. This servlet will control this layer. So in the background, one layer will be there. The layer is under the control of servlet. Now the servlet will give the information. User provided date of journey from station to station, collect it. Now your JDBC will take that request and convert into query, executed on the database. Some 10 trains came. Result is 10 trains. Now I must show the 10 trains to the user. Now the servlet will ask, JSP The information is available in the background layer. Take it and give the response. Now the JSP will take that train details and displays. So what I'm trying to educate you now means web application development depends upon three components: servlet, JDBC, and JSP. JDBC will support you how to interact with database product. Servlet will support you how to take the request from the web browser. JSP will support you how to give the response. Understood this point now, right? These three together are supporting you to develop one application known as web application. It's a theory, right? So this is one small diagrammatical form, right? Below this one line here, right? JDBC stands for Java database connectivity, Java database connectivity, and which is used to interact, with database product. SERVLET, servlet means server program. Servlet means server program, and which is used to accept the request from the web browser. Servlet means server program and which is used to accept the request from web browser. Basic point I'm writing there. The servlet will control remaining two components, JDBC and JSP, to provide response. That's the meaning actually. Just I took only one line, I took it as an introduction. When the unit comes, complete information is taken. So JSP stands for Java server page, and which is response from web application. Right. So one line about each one anyway. Each one is one unit anyway. So unit number one, see there? Unit number one, I'll be concentrating on this part. This is unit number one. I'll be concentrating on this part. This is unit number one. First unit is nothing but how to establish connection between Java program and database product, right? How many of you knows Oracle? Raise your hands. Right. Knows means in a 5 queries, you know, no, create, insert, retrieve, update, delete. You know that 5 queries now, right? If not today evening, any of your friend is there, ask him to explain within half an hour. The 5 queries will run and come. If not, Venkatesh sir will train that 5 queries to you. Clear, right? So using that 5 queries, we are going to interact with that database. That is unit number 1. Unit number 1 takes almost 15 days to 18 days it takes. So 18 sessions it takes. Within that 18 sessions, who are in core Java, you will cover almost 2 or 3, 4 units will cover there. Understood this point now, right? Who are in the middle of core Java, almost 3, 4, 5 units will cover there. Who are in the Oracle, almost 3, 4 levels will cover there. Who are in the HTML, CSS, 3, 4 levels will cover. After 18 days or 18 sessions, servlet programming will come. So after almost 18 days, servlet programming, this part we are concentrating. We are concentrating on this part. That is unit number 2. We are concentrating on unit number 2. So when the unit number 2 comes and some toughness will be increased because web browser is involved, HTTP protocol is involved, Tomcat server is involved. So lot more things will be increased by the unit number 2. Unit number 1, one core Java student who joined yesterday also, he can come and join today advanced. He can understand unit number 1. Unit number 2, he cannot understand. So unit number 1 looks very easy because working with the database product, it will be very easy. So 15 days time is there for us. Got it right? So first unit I am starting in all my batches. I will start first unit JDBC because I'll be running core Java batches also. No, if anybody want to take parallel to keep them light, means light interaction in your advanced Java, I'll take JDBC as a unit number 1. I will take it. So where you are interacting with the database product. After 18 sessions, I'll come with unit number 2. So theory. Got it right? Last unit is JSP. I'll bring unit number 3 as a JSP. I'll bring it. Unit number 3, I'll bring JSP. This is unit number 3. So how many of you know HTML? Raise your hands. How many of you know CSS? Raise your hands. How many of you know JavaScript? Maybe not yet started, I think. JavaScript not there also, no issue because 15 days time is there for you. For HTML, CSS, 15 days time is there. Sir, I not started means start now. Within 15 days, you'll get gather some information. You can gather it. Understood? Because I'm giving a clarity to you. No time, sir. I'm not going for HTML means Venkatesh sir will write a forms. Learn from me. UI trainer will have specialization. He will do lot more work. I'll do lot more work in my technology. But I'm going to touch Oracle. I'm going to touch your HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Clear, right? For clarity purpose, what is unit number 1 and JDBC? Unit number 2 is what now? Servlet. Unit number 3 is what now? JSP. In the introduction class today, look here. Advanced Java means part 2. Some of your friends will say Servlet outdated, why you are learning? Somebody will say JSP outdated, why you are learning? JDBC outdated, why you are learning, they'll say, right? Don't listen to them, right? Why means, see, I'll be saying this point in all the classes. Suppose whenever I'll repeat that point again. Whenever I want to make my kid as a doctor or engineer, I must not take admission into engineering college and medical college directly by 3 years. One kid is there for me, 3.5 years or 4 years kid is there. I'm dreaming my daughter should become one engineer. So next day morning, I must not go to one engineering college and take admission. So the engineering college management will say, first join LKG and come. First let her go to LKG, then UKG, first class, 5th class, 10th class, then let her become an engineer. The same way. Sir, I want to become a Spring developer. Don't go and sit in Spring directly. Understood this statement? I want to become a web service developer. Go and sit there. What is the rule? You have to come with core Java. Understood this point? So LKG, UKG first. So some informations are available with us. The basic information is whenever you submit the data from web browser, where it is available. That only major point. Whenever I submit one data from HTML form, where it is available, from where I am collecting the data. You should know, no? Then only you can say web service. Then only you can say Spring Boot or something you can say. But basic things are available with us. Understood? Because of this reason, core and advanced became mandatory. Don't think that they are outdated. LKG, UKG never outdates it. So nobody will work on LKG. Nobody will work on UKG. Right. Be careful. There is no job profile on LKG and UKG. Maybe there is no job profile on core and advanced, but they are mandatory for our journey. The same way, who are sitting for the introduction class today? You are for advanced Java part number 2. Part number 1 is core Java. Part number 2 is advanced Java. Core Java completed or not completed? A question mark. Sir, I completed, sir. Any of your friends sitting near you? One student is sitting, I not yet completed. Don't worry. Completed students also will forget it. Yes or no? Na? Many students and 80% of the students, they'll forget it. I am also in leave for 5 days and came today only. Sometimes my students will forget me only. There is a common strategy behind your student psychology. Even we know that, Andy. Sir, I completed core Java means I know. You not yet remembered anything, I know. Because you completed means you are thinking that 10 programs what you by added, you are thinking that completed. Again, we have to reactivate. It's a common strategy. So what I'm trying to say here is, who are in the middle of core Java, who are in the starting of core Java, who are in the completed of core Java also, we are going to reactivate. So whenever the requirement comes, we are going to reactivate. That all things we are going to do in the unit number 1, because interacting with the JDBC, sorry, using JDBC, interacting with the database product will be very, very easy. What you have to speak today, sir, first class introduction means part 2. So whatever the knowledge I gained from core Java, I must apply in advanced Java. Applying means application development is available here. The knowledge I gained, but I cannot apply here. If we cannot apply here also, at least learn from advanced Java how to apply it. We are going to reactivate it. In the process of applying and constructing applications, what kind of application I am constructing means web application you are constructing. To construct that web application, what you are going to use it? JDBC, Servlet, JSP. What that JDBC will help you? It will help me to interact with the database product. How Servlet will help you? To accept the request from the web browser, it is going to help me. JSP will help you to provide the response. This is introduction for today. I am entering into syllabus part. Can I enter it? In advanced Java, demo classes will not be there like core Java. Core Java, you have to say the story for almost 2 weeks. No, right? Almost 2 weeks admission. You come, you go, you must say. Advanced Java, Venkatesh sir never waits. So demo class not there, means this is one demo class. I'm entering into syllabus, that is JDBC. Can I enter it now? Right, make a heading JDBC unit number 1. When you are in the core Java, you don't know anything. But today you are not new to the class. No, you traveled many locations and came here. You know what is happening, what is not happening. We know, and you also know. Right? Okay. In that process, I must not waste your time also, because for me 15 days for JDBC, no. Right. If I waste 3-4 days also, your schedule will be affected, because when you come to Servlet programming, 15 days, after that 15 days Servlet program will be started. From there 1 week to 10 days means after 25 days, Spring batch will come to you. Understood this point? That is a link. So when I started Servlet programming, after basic information has been delivered to the student, immediately management is going to put one Spring and web service batches, because the fundamental information will be delivered by me within 25 days to 20, means 1 month. Within 1 month, the student will write application. With that knowledge, we push into Spring. Understood, right? Because of this reason, I must not waste your time in the classroom. So I'm entering into unit number 1, JDBC. Introduction is over. Introduction meaning is nothing but knowledge gained from core. You're going to apply here. We are here for application development, application definition. What kind of application developments? Web application development. There are three components available in the web application: JDBC, Servlet, JSP. Each one is one unit. We are entering into JDBC unit number 1. Until 15 to 18 sessions, I never touch Servlet, I never touch JSP. I'll be busy with one Java program, one Oracle. That's all. There you are writing no public static void main, one writing no the same program. Only difference, the program will be communicating with one Oracle product for first 15 to 18 sessions. Got it right? Make a siding JDBC. Star mark IMP JDBC. Just now I said no. JDBC stands for, above information is there already. JDBC stands for Java Database Connectivity, which is used to interact with database product simply. Okay, right. Now make a shading under this types of storages. Types of storages. Under that JDBC, you write types of storages. You write the notes for a few days, 1 week. Google Classroom will not be given. It will come, but a bit late will come, but I will not wait on it. Because practical, I'll start it anyway. The plan is like this. I'll take the class for 10 more minutes for today. Okay, right. Short class, I will take it. Because many people don't have information. Venkatesh sir came. Because I am in leave for 5 days and came today. Okay, right. So they'll promote again. Venkatesh sir batch started, they promote. If anybody is not attending other batches, they'll come. If they are blocked with any batches, they'll be there. Because management intention to complete that advanced Java and send them to Spring, because full stack Java developer courses means lot biggest course. No, they'll gather any pending students are there, they'll put me to me. If the students are not available, anyway, will be going on. So the plan is like this. Now I'll give the types of storages information. I'll stop it. Okay, right. Tomorrow I'll run regular class. Regular class means normal. 1 hour 40 minutes, 1 hour 50 minutes. I will run it. So normal. If I run that normal classes, tomorrow total storages will be discussed. Total theoretically and notes also. Tomorrow is Thursday. Friday, I'll enter into files disadvantages, database introduction. I'll enter it. Database introduction, I'll be entering it out. If already product is installed, well and good. If not, steps will be given how to install the product. Right, then how to gather the information about it, what are the drivers and so on. This driver information, all informations will be completed by Saturday. Driver informations, product informations, what work we are doing, the total things will be happen by the Saturday. Monday we'll write the first program. Monday we are going to run the first program, we are going to run it. This 11M batch advantage is nothing but after 11M batch is ended, I'll be sitting here. You can ask the queries and go. Generally 9am batch I'll be shifting. No, I'll leave the class and I'll come here. I will not give a time for them to speak it out. But for you, last batch also 11am advanced Java only here. So I'll be sitting here up to 115, 120. You can bring the laptops, you can work it and show it and go. Any doubt is that flexibility is available with you for advance. So we start practical on Monday. First program I'll write on Monday. Before that, what are the theoretical concepts? We cover it. We prepare everything to write one first program. So by Monday, you can check whether you executed the first program or not. The same repetition we do for 6 days, how to run it. All queries will be executed. By next Saturday, you'll get a grip on JDBC, what has been happening. So next coming week, we close the JDBC and enter into Servlet. That's the plan. Okay, right. In that process, I'll go non-stoppingly anyway. Got it. What is the meaning of storage? And generally. What is the meaning of storage? Sir, location where data is available, or developer will keep some data there. Example, int a is equal to 10, you written. What is your developer intention now? Sir, I want the value 10. I'm going to use in my program somewhere the value 10 I want it. So I'm bringing that value 10 and keeping in the memory, some memory. Instead of speaking this, I'll write like this. Suppose I written into some k is equal to 10. What is the meaning of this? Sir, I know 10 means value. Sir, k means variable name. Yes or no? Variable name, that is. Sir, int means data type. Sir, I know it is one data type. So this is the information available here. But somewhere the memory should come, no? Right. Okay. Now how the memories will come? Like this. The execution engine or the execution control will see the RHS first. Of course, total line will be checked first. Syntactically, compiler will check it and come out. Now the execution engine will see the 10. Whenever it sees the 10 now, one numeric value without a decimal point comes under integer family. Among integer family, 4 are there. Byte, short, int, long. By default integer family, int will be taken. Int means how many bytes now? How many bytes? 4 bytes. Sir, 4 bytes memory will come. 4 bytes memory will come. Understood this point now? 4 bytes memory will come. After 4 bytes memory came, the memory will be loaded with the value, that is 10. So 10 is an value. That memory will be loaded with 10. That memory should have one name. So that only A. What is the name given to that memory? And A. Understood this point now? Now A is referring one memory, 4 bytes. That memory is holding the value 10. Now, sir, this is one storage. Yes or no? This is one storage. Storage means location where my data is available. Now the developers has to take a decision. The memory must be in the class. The memory must be in the object. The memory must be in the method. You have to take a decision. Understood this point? Sir, I want the memory in the class. Declare that variable as a static. Yes or no? So I want the memory in the class. So declare this variable as a static. Now the static variable will get the memory within the class or within the object? Within the class. So that memory I want in the class, I will decide it as a static. No, sir. I want in the object. Whenever I want in the object, what is the rule now? Sir, remove this static. After removing that static now, that variable is non-static. The variable should be outside the method, inside the method, outside the method. You have to declare that variable outside the method, the only instance variable. Yes or no? So the variable declare, who is deciding now? Developer is deciding. First int A means 4 bytes. Okay. So where that memory should come, I will decide it because I'm a code writer. I'll decide it. According to my requirement of my application, if I want memory in the class, I will take static. No, sir. I want the memory in the object. Declare that variable outside the method, inside the class anyway, outside the method without a static keyword. You call it as instance variable, memory in the object. No, sir. I want a variable memory in the method, then declare it a variable inside the method. You know that rules from core Java now, right? So finally, that is one storage where data is available. Storage is a memory where our data is available. All of you got this point, right? Then why you return types of storages? According to Java development, according to Java application development, developer should imaginate the locations where the data is available. Based on that, the types of storages categorized into 4 types. Make it. Storages, you write like this, according to Java application development. According to Java application development, the storages are categorized into 4 types. According to Java application development, the storages are categorized into 4 types. 1. Field storage, object storage, file storage, database storage. Field storage, object storage, file storage, and database storage. Now we are entering into database storage generally. So why we are going there? We must have an information, no? Right, sir. Why we are going to database storage only from day one? Whenever I came to this Amirpet core Java demo class, core Java parallel class, Oracle. Why, sir? Why we are going for Oracle database? Where we are going? Means why we are preferring for database storage? Before that, 3 storages are available to you. How many types now? Totally 4 types. Field storage, object storage, file storage, and database storage. In the diagrammatical information for you, look here. Here, one virtual machine. This is our virtual machine. Anyway, here one virtual machine. Our machine, JVM, Java Virtual Machine, our machine. In between this, operating system is there. So this is operating system. Our JVM will be running on OS. Imagine it like this. So our application will be running here. Our application. Our Java application is running. Part of Java applications, field storages will come, object storages will come. Field storage, and object storage. Both are part of your application. I'll explain them anyway. Imagine it for today. Tomorrow I'll give the notes on each one. I'll explain it. Because introduction to DB storage means you must know why we gone there. For today, part of application, you will have field storage and object storage. Now, if we take file storages, they're part of machines. Yes or no? C drive, E drive, F drive. So, file storage is here. And you know already, sir, my database also here only. I installed my database into C drive, E drive, F drive. So my database also here only. So this is DB storage. Now two storages are part of machine. Two storages are part of your Java application. These two storages are temporary storages. Why temporary storages? When the application execution completed, JVM shutdowns. When the JVM shutdowns, what are the memories available will be destroyed. So object storage and field storage are temporary storages, and these are permanent storages. These are permanent storages. These are permanent. Permanent means you know. When you shut down the system also, they will not be removed. They are available. So file and DB comes under permanent. Our object and field comes under temporary. Understood this point now? There are 4 locations are available here. Sir, among permanent, we are going for DB. We are not going for file. Why? You must have an information for interview. Why Java developer you had object no? Then why you are depending upon file and database? You must have an information for interview. That is right. So these are the 4 storages to be remembered for today. And tomorrow I'll make a notes. Right. Can I continue for tomorrow? Right. Tomorrow field storage means what? Object storage means what? File storage means what? Tomorrow we are going to cover it. So tomorrow I'll take a complete class. Today only introduction class now I've started. Okay, right. Clear, right? So take a break. Thank you very much for today.
Sunday we have classes for 7 a.m. for 7. So now I'll plan. కూరగా అయిపోయిందండి ఇది చారు ఉంటుందమ్మా చారు ఉంటుంది దాంట్లో 2 మోడల్స్ ఉంటాయి ఎస్ఏపీకి వెళ్ళమని ఎస్ఏపీకి వెళ్ళమని 2 months 10 days with project. We have to continue with spring break. After 25 days, you can continue with spring. 15 sessions DDBC and 10 sessions servlet. You can start spring. Thank you. Now, हो गया HTML से JavaScript भी हो गया स्टार्ट एंगुलर एंड सेलेनियम एंगुलर इवा इसका एक्सटेंशन है JavaScript है तुम्हारे पास JavaScript का एक्सटेंशन एंगुलर है कोर जावा स्मॉल एक्सटेंशन सेलेनियम है टेस्टिंग मॉड्यूल में सेलेनियम अटेंड सेलेनियम सुरेश सर की क्लास है आज 6 का एंगुलर go with selenium and you go with angular 13
సరే ఇప్పుడు ఈ కోర్ జావా అడ్వాన్స్ జావా అండ్ HTML జావాస్క్రిప్ట్ మీద ఆపర్చునిటీస్ ఉంటాయి సార్ ఈ ఫోర్
more advanced होगा
ఫోర్ అండ్ అడ్వాన్స్ విత్ HTML జావాస్క్రిప్ట్
more advanced ఉంటాయి మీకు also stay more advanced
ఆర్కిల్కి అంత వెళ్ళిన అవసరం కూడా లేదు కదా సార్ అయితే
దేనికి
ఆర్కిల్ బ్యాచ్ కి
Oracle app
అవసరం లేదు